Hello and welcome to another episode of This Is Our Family.
Isn't it beautiful to be here out in the sun? It is spring
It
finally
is spring
here.
and I'm so here for it. It's actually National Wattle Day yesterday for you watching this, which is pretty exciting. Wattle is by far my favourite flower. It's just...
Maybe because Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, we could give these to the guys.
That's so beautiful. Guys totally love flowers, don't they? I mean, I can't speak for guys, but...
They got no smell.
Well, those ones don't. You need a different sort. Anyway, so what's next? What's happening this
There is
week?
so much happening, and today we have a special episode of Bendigo Winter Night Shelter. But before we get into that, this Sunday is Father's Day, and we want to take time not only to recognise fathers who have children, but God, our Father in heaven, and the role that males play as we represent God and make disciples around us.
That is so cool. So we've got a pretty awesome sermon series service lined up for you guys on Sunday. We've got a Father's Day panel happening. We've got lots of kids
involved.
Doing some really cool things. So make sure you're joining us at 10:30 on Sunday for that special live stream. So speaking of Father's Day, we also want to show you guys this awesome little photo. So this is from the kids who our kids at church do a Zoom each week, and this is a picture they've sent in for our fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
We love what is happening with our young people as we share Jesus with them and help them grow. Well, let's get straight into it. Bendigo Winter Night Shelter just wrapped up on the last day of winter, just Monday, which was really good. We were just having a conversation with Matt Parkinson in at Mad Cow Life Essentials, and he was just sharing some incredible stories. We've had people come to faith, people who have got now permanent, semi-permanent accommodation off the streets finally.
It's incredible, and the way that these people were just transformed, and so grateful for what Mad Cow and what all the different churches around Bendigo uniting together to look after these homeless people during the winter was incredible. That gratefulness and just the impact that was showing God's love really practically to them.
Absolutely. And it's more than just providing accommodation, isn't it? It's about
so much
sharing
more.
Christ. Matt was sharing that one particular guy came in and he made this comment. He said, "I would be dead without Mad Cow. I have Jesus now." And he kept going on about it and just celebrating.
That is so great. I wish I still walked around and said, "I have Jesus now."
You don't do that?
I don't, but I should get onto that. So I think we should watch that video now of a bit of a preview of what's been happening with Winter Night Shelter.
Hey, welcome to Coolmert Scout Camp. This is where we've been hosting the Bendigo Winter Night Shelter this year. We have a wonderful group of volunteers that come in every night. We provide food, shelter and dignity to those that are doing it tough, and we have just a wonderful group of guests that can come along and feel loved and welcomed as we just support them in really basic ways. You know, in the book of Acts, people were called to serve those in need as the church grew, and the Winter Night Shelter really is an expression of that, where we feel led by God to reach out to those that are of the most marginalised and vulnerable in our community and show the love and grace that God shows to us by just serving them. And it is a wonderful expression of who we are as God's people, and it is part of all the churches of Bendigo combining to just share that message.
After starting here as a volunteer, I was actually watching the program Filthy Rich and Homeless, and I think that really brought home to me the range of issues that people have when they're homeless. So the tiredness of looking for somewhere for shelter, the attitudes of other people towards them on the streets and so on. So I just think I'm really privileged. My partner and myself and my children are really privileged to have a lovely house. We've had secure employment, which is becoming a thing of the past, and I'm really grateful for those things, and I'm appalled that in such a wealthy country we have homelessness and we have such poor services that can lead to homelessness, lack of support financially as well as mental health services that cause people or lead people into homelessness, and so I just felt maybe I could do something to help. We've just had Say Cheese Pizza donate pizzas, and they do that every second Wednesday.
My mum and I saw the ad and we thought during this tough time of the year, particularly with COVID this year, it was an opportunity for us both to do something special to help others, and it was just an opportunity that we couldn't resist.
I found myself involved here through Haven. I was actually with them looking at housing and that through Haven and case management, and they suggested Mad Cow and the Winter Night program, and I'd come to investigate. Went up to Mad Cow and met Fiona and Matt and had an interview and stuff with him, and yeah, found them very nice, and they accepted me in, and I've been here for about 2.5 months now, so yeah, and it's been perfect, a good program. Home cooked meals, they cook them from home and they deliver them here and then they serve them, like it's just unreal.
It's rather simple really, there for the grace of God go I. I mean, the step between homeless and being secure in a place where you can lay your head at night in peace is not that great, not in this current environment and not in the way the world treats people. Being part of the Winter Night Shelter gives me an opportunity to encourage other people. It gives them a place where they can lay their head and have a peaceful night so they don't have to stress about what's going on in their world right away.
Awesome, how good was that?
Yeah, and we don't want to give all the good stories away. You'll have to be watching our future episodes. We're going to be interviewing some of the Winter Night Shelter team to really get to the heart and hear and celebrate some of these stories in a bit more depth. You'll have to be watching.
Such good stuff to come. So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.